Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to some more... Well, actually, not some more. As you can see, we're restarting our England run. So, the beginning of England Everywhere All at Once here in Europa Universalis 5. As always, let's do our good luck charm. Make sure everything's working. Hello, me. Things working. Hello, me. Ah, there we go. Right back at you, Betty. Okay. So we are off. We are ready to go. Yeah, so we are restarting the run. Now that, I've had the game for about a week, kind of understand things a little bit better, I kind of wanted to start fresh from a better footing. So if you're interested in watching the previous run, it's now listed as England Somewhere in Due Time. Because now we are restarting England Everywhere All at Once. And we are going to be going for an achievement this run. There's a specific one for England. Yeah, Rule Britannia. So starting as England, form Great Britain and be the naval hegemon. So we're going to try to go for that, among other things that we can get. So let's go to a new game here. And make sure we select Ironman. Since we're going to do achievements with EU5, you have to be in Ironman mode to do that. So we are going to be in Ironman mode. You know what? Let's silence everything. Forgot to do that. Whoops. So let's get started. All right. There we go, there we go. Alright. So select England here, and we will go to Iron Man mode. Dun dun dun. And then we'll take a look here. We didn't look at this before. Some of the advancements we get. So we get heavy ship power. One of these here we get more merit. Yeah. Our island home, we get plus 20% maritime presence, which is nice. The English Bill of Rights. We get a discount to urban building costs. Let's see. Anything else? I'm looking to see if there's anything we get for construction. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't. I don't think so. We get demand additional tribute, invite settlers. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to continue here as England. So let's do this. This in the cloud save, England stream. Alright, let's see what we got at the start here. The English crown is still reeling from the treacherous rebellion that occurred 10 years prior and resulted in the underhanded assassination of King Edward II. Although the ringleaders were executed, several co-conspirators have been granted mercy in the name of peace, a peace which could easily be shattered at any moment. Meanwhile, King Edward II's surviving heir, King Edward III, has already proven to be a capable young ruler and is making bold designs on the French throne, aka the 100 Years' War, throne which is his birthright as the grandson of the Capet ruler. In the north, the misguided Balliol weakly contends for the Scots crown, while our loyal vassals maintain a tight grip on the governments of Wales, the Pale, and Aquitaine. How shall we brave the turbulent years to come? Will we cross the channel and become a continental power, or should we look to the seas for global domination? Well, we'll mainly be looking at the seas. Though I guess eventually you got to look at the land, right? Okay, so here we are, fresh start. So some of the things we're going to start off with. The very first thing, we're going to look at we have some natural harbors, right? And so we have one here in Portsmouth. We have it's 100% suitability to be a natural harbor. Like if we look at London, London is even only an 85%. So we want to turn this into a city, or at least not a rural settlement, so that we can develop the port there, build a wharf, and do all of that. So it's going to cost us 424 ducats, but we're good for it. We're going to do that. Now we're going to focus on construction a lot at the beginning here, and like all things, we need construction goods. The main goods are lumber. Oh wait, no, I want to look at our market. What am I doing? The main goods are lumber. So we have a shortage. So we need to fix lumber. Mason. Oh, hello. Hey, hey, Botchabrun. Hello. I found your channel the other day, and you have helped me understand the game more. Oh, nice. I struggled at first, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. I just created Saxony yesterday. Nice. Awesome. Congrats. Thank you so much for stopping by to say so. I appreciate it. Glad it was helpful. And very cool. Created Saxony. Nice. Well, welcome in. You're here right at the start. We just restarted our England run, so we're right at the top of a run here. Let's see, masonry, so we're good. And then lastly, for marketplaces, we'll need glass. And so we're short on that. So we're going to be building some of that stuff here. So if we look at our raw materials, so we got lumber. We got lumber in Portsmouth, but we're turning that into a town. We will build lumber there, but we might as well start over here in Shoreham. And so to build lumber, we need tools, and it looks like we got an abundance of it, so we're getting a discount on that. So let's build 2 lumber RGOs there. So we need lumber, and we need a little bit of glass. Now, to build glass, we need the glass guild, and to build it, we're going to need masonry, which we have an abundance of, but for input goods, we'll need sand and more lumber and tools. Tools we're good at, but what about sand? Because we do have RGOs for that, but do we need to expand them? Okay, sand we're pretty much okay in. So, let's build some... The Glass Guild in London. We're going to focus primarily building at first in London because we start off with 100 control there. So we start focusing our building here, except for RGOs, and then we move out. So we got a glassworks going. We got that. We got a little bit of lumber going. Anything else we need to do? Maybe we will start with just 1 sand. Yeah, we got sand up there. That is pretty far, though. Hey, LaPlace. Hello. Welcome. I arrive, give a like. I'm out, and I'm asleep. Okay. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate you stopping by to say hi, giving the like. Get some sleep, my friend. You made sieges so much easier. Oh, thank you. Awesome. I had no idea what I was doing before. Yeah, I wanted to play England, but starting war with France right off the bat is overwhelming. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're here, because, yeah, we're going to be doing that. We're going to be focusing on the 100 Years' War right at the start. We're going to try to get something out of it. But, yeah, war is a little... War is a little intimidating in this one. So is construction. I'm actually working on a construction and trade tutorial, because that leads me into, we're actually going to be doing manual trades out of the London market for this run. All right, so let's get 1 sand. Actually, let's hold off on that. We do want to do wool as well, but I want to make sure we have enough at the top for military. Out of the London market, we got a lot of wool already, right? Yeah, we got an abundance. Remind myself what we have for sand again. Yeah, we got a little bit. So fine. Yeah, we'll do one sand RGO. Oh, although what market is Grimsby in? Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah, yeah. They're in the London market. Because we do have some people in the Edinburgh market here. But Grimsby is in the London market. Good. So let's do some sand. Alright, so that's what we'll need for now. Cabinet, we're going to increase control. We want to increase control in Hampshire so that we can get more control in Portsmouth here when we start creating our harbor here, because control right now is pretty low. And then we want to increase development in London, because that will decrease the time it takes to build things, among other stuff. And so we'll increase control in the whole place there. So increase control in Hampshire. And so when we look at this stuff here, increase control, we want a higher admin ability. And develop, we want admin. So for both people, we want better admin. Sweet. I've been letting the game trade for me. I'll definitely check out your tutorial on that. Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I think that auto trade is good. I'm not trying to be like, nobody should be doing auto trade. Though I do feel like maybe it's worth it to keep some of your trade capacity manual. Because for the most part, the AI does trade fine. But they won't do trade to lower like goods costs, like construction costs. Like if you're short, like we're short on lumber, they're probably not going to do a lot of lumber trading. They won't, you know, create a surplus of lumber to make construction goods even cheaper. So that's why I think it's good to have at least a little bit of trade manual in order to do stuff like that. So we want the highest admin ability, but we don't really want to hire nobles to give them more power. Damn, we did not roll any burgers up here. Ah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting. We're going to do fully manual trade just to give it a try, but I think eventually it is worth having like maybe half manual, half auto in your main market. Edinburgh, we're going to keep it fully auto. We're not going to try to manually trade two different markets. Damn. Okay, we're going to have to hire nobles. I was kind of hoping we got something better on that. And then we need one here as well. Alright. So we got that. Our markets. So we're going to take the auto trade off of London, but we'll keep it on these three. In the London market, let's lower this. Hey, Jason. Hello. We running it back. Yes, we're restarting the run today because I feel like I got a little bit better of a handle on what's going on as opposed to when we started last week and we were kind of starting fresh with everything. So yeah, we're starting it fresh. We're doing manual trading in the London market, and we're focusing on some stuff, some economic stuff. I auto-build as well, and I noticed in my campaign it loves to build forts, yeah. And I always have to cancel the construction due to expenses. Yeah, that'll be tough. It's good to have the forts, again, for, like, defending against sieges, but it does get expensive. And I don't think it's necessarily the first thing to build. Now, I would like to bring in some lumber. Though trading imports is a little less effective because of effective supply and effective demand up here. You don't get the full import, you don't get the full number of goods from an import. But we will look to do a little bit of it, so we don't want to use our full trade capacity on it. We'll use maybe about half of it, and we'll do it from Oslo. Then for the other trade... Yeah, completely agree on figuring things out. I have a much better grasp, on the econ. Control is everything, it seems. Yep, exactly. I think I didn't appreciate that as much when I started last week. First thing you need to really work on is control and proximity. And, you know, kind of like Victoria 3, you need to bring down the costs of the input goods for your construction materials. Sorry to keep distracting you from playing. No. I don't mind it at all. Please. Ask questions, talk away. I love it. What's the best way to gain manpower? Or have you figured the best way? Ooh, that is a tough one. I don't actually think in the age of traditions there's much you can do. There's only one building you can build in the age of traditions, or actually you can't even really build it. It's the sergeantry. And as far as I know so far, well, no, I know this for sure. In the age of traditions, you can only have one sergeantry in your capital. So once we get out of this age, and we get into the age of Renaissance, I think that there then will be other buildings we can do. But for now, there's not much. Yeah, then max out on production efficiency. Yep, through stacking of the same building. You get some of that bonus, 10% from province bonus. Yes, exactly. And development, too. Development is a big one. For instance, you lower the time it takes to build things, the higher a place is developed. And you can also get more buildings in a place. So that's why one of the first cabinet actions we're going to start with is developing Middlesex here. So yeah, so we're going to start off by doing half of our trade capacity on a good for our construction, and then the other half will be done to export. To export a good, and we have a ton of wool, and so we are going to export as much wool as we can, and we're going to send it to Bruges. And so that is the first trades that we're going to do. It takes a month for the trade to go active, though. Yeah, you run out of building space fast. Yeah, if you don't develop, yeah, exactly. You kind of don't realize it until it's too late, because development takes time. It seems. Okay, levy focus at first. Yeah, I made it to professional armies. Oh, nice, on my campaign, but my manpower is still struggling. Yeah, once you can get a professional army, you can start building armories, which will help do that. For now, yeah, we can't really gain more. So we gain 5 manpower every month. We're already at 4, but we really do want to have some camp followers here. So next thing we're going to do is recruit camp follower regular. Although, why are we already using 4 manpower? Oh, maybe we gotta unpause before it updates itself. So we'll start with that. Our navy, we're gonna make our king the leader of the navy because he has a high military ability. He has a decent diplomatic ability. It will increase maritime presence. But also mainly, if we put our king as a commander or an admiral, a general or an admiral, we'll get more crown power. And I learned from a Holland run that I did, don't make your king a leader of the army. Because my king died in a battle when I was doing my Holland run. So we're going to put this guy in the Navy. And then, when we look at this army, the general we're going to get here, I would like to have, for this army, military ability, because I kind of want the combat speed, because we're going to be moving around France in the 100 Years' War soon. So we want a high military ability. But I would like it to not be a noble. Oh, we got somebody from the Yeomanry. I was kind of hoping to get a burgher. We might actually do this guy, because he's part of the crown. Navy movement speed. This guy gets additional... See, this guy would be a great general if he just wasn't a noble. But we'll start with this guy, get us a little bit more crown power. And he's decent. Also, I read a really good post that says levies are bugged, and since they allow 1,000 men per unit, they're the best units to use before age 4 due to sheer numbers. Oh, nice, yeah. Well, also, we got some modifiers specific to England that gives us some benefits to our levies. Oh, hey, Jabba. Hello, hello. Jabba on YouTube. Nice, nice. Hey, hey. I'm on the road. I'll check the VOD later on. Have a good one. Oh, nice. Thanks for checking in. Say hi. Good to see you, my friend. I'll see you next time. Safe travels. Hey, Maximilian. Hello. Glory to God. That's right. Those are our words in England. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? Oh, that makes sense. My Saxony campaign, I have close to 9,000 levies. Good Lord. That's a lot. We spent 20 plus minutes staring the screen on the 1st of April 1337. Sounds like an April Fool's joke. Oh yeah. Yeah, isn't that funny? I never thought of that. Every run starts on April Fool's Day. Awesome. Hey Connie, hello, hello. Bit late. Yeah, not really. We haven't unpaused yet. So, you know. Hey, Mighty Misanthrope, hello. Diplo vassalization in EU5. Any thoughts? I think it's good. I think it's nice to do because just in general vassalization, you don't have to worry about like low levels of control and everything. Like you look here, level control is so low. We can fix this actually with some maritime presence. But like say we took like Normandy or something like that. I think it's better to vassalize, and doing it diplomatically is just, I think, more preferable in general, I would say. What are your thoughts on it? Yeah, I would just make sure that you condense the units so that they are always at close to 1,000 as possible. Yeah, it's an easy button to miss. Exactly. What I want to do, what I find good is, especially for the 100 Years' War, we're going to create 2 armies. A sieging army, so we're going to get a general that's better at sieging. And we'll make them go mainly to these cities and take them. And then we'll have this army that's just going to go around and take the other places, but then also intercept armies as they come at us. And try to hold as much land as we can straight to the capital and around here. Overpowered. Good advice, I always do it, especially with levies, yeah. What's the opening moves looking like? So we're focusing on lowering construction goods and increasing control. That's our main moves here. And we're doing manual trading for the London market. So we got our 2 trades set up. Normandy has sea access. Where do you think you guys landed? Yeah, that's where we're mainly going to be doing it. Oh, well, we'll be landing in our own territory here first. And we only got the 1 sea node to get there. So we'll be going from Hythe to Montreal. Or Montreal. And then going out from there. All right. Let's see. Anything else I'm missing before we move on here? Oh, research. Organized religion. Guilds. Peasant connections. And then I want to get to Master Masons and get that construction speed. So that's good for now. We haven't given out privileges yet. So we'll start with autocracy, get ourselves some crown power. I finally got... Oh, cannons! Yeah, and it makes sieges a lot easier as well. Oh, very nice. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, very nice, very nice. They look like talking to the chat and taking 5 minutes to pick who the leader of your mighty 200-man professional army should be. Wow, it sounds like you're in a bit of a bad mood today, my friend. You okay there? Hey! Kalakapas, hello. Tell me, is Roman Empire still alive and controlling Constantinopolis? Let's take a look. So we got the Byzantine Empire controlling it at the moment. All right. We got our navy here to start. We'll move them over here because we want to increase control. There's nothing we really want to give to the lords yet. The burghers, we got a couple things. Building rights. Get the cost of buildings down. And we want to do common militias to get our peasant levy size up. This brings the approval or the satisfaction of the lords down to 33. They'll go back up to 50, but they're pretty low at the moment. So that'll be all we add right now at the start. There's a couple other things here for the burghers I would like to start. Actually, maritime presence. Yeah, we're gonna do this one too. There we go. So they're very happy, 78%. They're going to go back down to 60, but slowly. The lords are kind of upset right now, but they'll get over it. I'm in a playful mood, not a bad mood. I wanted to be sarcastic. Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. Just checking. Just checking. Want to make sure. Want to make sure. I heard that it's harder than EU4, much more difficult to get positive reasons. I thought it was maybe to try that in the Ireland area. Oh yeah, I've been thinking about doing an Ireland run. Just because I love a good Ireland run. I think we're good here now. I think we're ready. Oh, our budget actually, our budget. So we're gonna automate taxes. We do want to increase stability a good amount. Our friend Jack alerted to the fact that higher stability gives us higher pop promotion speed. So we're going to need that. I think we're good now. We don't have a high income, but once some of these buildings finish, we'll fix that up. Oh, hey, Jack. Speaking of Jack, there's Jack. Hey, my friend. Going to Ireland is a Crusader King strat. That's right. We already did our Ireland Crusader Kings run. You were talking the EU5 before you unpause. Seriously. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. I want to... It's all about the first unpause. Oh, hey, Unmut Kazan. Hello, hello. How are you? How are you? I was afraid to tell you that if you cannot handle sarcasm, to stop streaming and go back to your other hobbies, like playing football. But they'd bench you in a minute and return you back to stream. Yeah, yeah. If you can't handle sarcasm, you can't work in the theater. And being a theater person, you learn very quickly to handle sarcasm. Sorry, I'm a bit late. Road was closed on the way home. Oh, no problem, no problem. We haven't unpaused yet, but we are now off and going. We finally unpaused. I've heard early stability spending is a bit of a noob trap, though I do spend on it once I get to eco rolling. It depends. It depends because I think it's a noob strat if you can't get your monthly income up. And you can see too, we're not going, full. As we're going to start getting our balance up, our weekly income up pretty high as we start getting some of these buildings done, and we'll scale it up. I do think, though, it's worth putting a little bit of investment to, especially in England here, because we would like to get to a point where we can start revoking some of the... Oh, hey, we just got an achievement. Okay. What did we get? I didn't even realize what we got. Oh, we got a hard achievement. Have a market of your country with a full stockpile of at least 20,000 food. Yeah. Well, there you go. We're off and running. Although I see you haven't unpaused yet, so I haven't missed it. Yeah, exactly. Have you ever been to a play, now that you mention it, or you were just a student of theater? I don't know, yeah, I mean, I've been to many plays before. I've been to a ton. You forgot to mint. Ah! Forgot to mint. We did forget to mint. Thank you, my friend. We'll go to that. Thank you, thank you. The controversial philosopher and theologian William Ockham is currently dedicating himself to philosophical studies under the patronage of Holy Roman Emperor Ludwig IV von Wittelsbach. He has developed a new problem-solving principle that emphasizes searching for explanations constructed with the smallest possible set of elements. He is deeply unpopular with the clergy because of his opposition to particular church doctrine and advocation of separation of church and state. Yet his contributions would be of use to our great thinkers. So we can gain some prestige, some research progress. The clergy will lose some satisfaction, though their equilibrium's at 58%. They're at 51 right now. We'll take this. And this was the historical option. Encourage it, yeah. We'll do that. It's always good to spend a bit on stability, but yeah, you don't want to spend a ton. Hard my... yeah. Good points, good points. Everyone has that. I mean, like... Act. Like, oh, have I ever acted in a play? Sorry. I have acted before, a couple times, but I'm mainly a playwright. So I like to say more behind the scenes. So yeah, I have acted before. But my acting days are well past. The King of France has demanded that we return Sire Robert d'Artois, who has taken refuge in our court and has lately become a trusted advisor for King Edward III Plantagenet. Should we act in defense of the French king, they may move to confiscate the Duchy of Aquitaine. During this time in the English court, Sire Robert has argued that King Edward III Plantagenet should be the rightful ruler of France with his Capitan lineage through his mother, Dame Isabel the She-Wolf Capet, and that the previous declaration of Salic law to enthrone King Philip VI, the Fortunate de Valois, was illegitimate. As such, this may serve as an opportunity to claim the throne of France for ourselves. Yeah, we are going to do this. Defy the French king and make preparation to invade France. We are absolutely going to do that. Spending on legitimacy is good because of crown power. Yeah, this is also true. We'll up it a little bit. Yeah, see, so we're now getting up there a little bit. So we'll start to scale things up. We do need to get crown power up, though. We now have quite a bit of money. Let's pause for a second. We have quite a bit of sailors. We want to up the navy. Now, cogs. We want traditional galleys mainly. But we're going to need to transport people. I still have not remembered the meaning of all the... Yeah, here we go. Transport capacity, 250. So we have 3 right now. So we're going to build one more cog so we can get an even 1,000 soldiers. Or, yeah, even 1,000 soldiers. And then we're going to build 2 more ships and scale the navy up. Have you written any play? Yeah, I've written many a play. Me and you are acting now. Oh, is this acting? This is like a discussion I would have in my classes. What do you think? Is this acting? Whenever you are being observed, the elements of performance kick in. It's really funny that an actor is completely 2 different notions in our respective arts and sciences. Yeah, this is true, right? Just stop spending on Diplo and spend on legitimacy, followed by stability. I always max these. Where did my Occam's razor went? That guy was the theoretician of the Occam's razor concept. Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. You don't really need to max stability spend at the start. Yeah. We want to be building buildings to bring the economy up here. In fact, next we want to build... We can do something for... Pop needs here. We'll build some furniture. We'll build one of them. But... Carpenters Guild. And then we want to expand the marketplace, get more trade capacity. There we go. And then I want to keep an eye on lumber. So we're still not very good at it. But we haven't finished expanding the RGOs yet, so we'll work on that. I would always max stability spending in my gameplays. I think it's worth it if you can afford it. It's a very valuable resource, especially when the plague starts. This is true. I found that the amount you spend on reducing the plague isn't worth it. You are a teacher? Yeah, I'm a college professor. I teach theater and mainly just intro to theater to non-theater majors. The plague always wipes out a load of people no matter what, and the modifiers you can spend to reduce it don't do too much, at least in my experience. Well, fully manual trade. I respect the commitment. Yeah. Well, so we're doing auto trade out of Edinburgh and the other markets, but we're doing full manual trade in the London market. The basic strategy we're going to start with is we're using half of our capacity on bringing in lumber to bring down construction costs, and the other half of our trade capacity on an export to make money. We can no longer disregard the fact that the French claims that their Salic law makes King Philip VI the Fortunate de Valois the King of France, when it clearly should be King Edward III Plantagenet, as his mother, Dame Isabel the She-Wolf Capet, was the sister of King Charles IV the Fair Capet. Great. I generally start with hospitals and buy the medicine needed. I haven't isolated my country because I forgot about it, but I might do that next time. Yeah, we do have to start thinking about that at some point. Are you prepared to sun France this time? Oh yeah, we are ready. Oof, look at that. But we are definitely gonna be doing that, and we're gonna be more the aggressor this time. I just reached 1730 with the Roman Empire. I was so excited getting the just a little bit more patience achievement. Oh, nice. But the wiki says it's bugged, and that's just that disgusting and horrifying. I'm so sorry. That sucks. That sucks. Oh wait, I missed Jason. Oh, that's awesome. I teach environmental science and biology myself. Oh, very cool. Fellow teacher. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Good, good, good. So I don't think it's really worth doing anything significant for the plague. Maybe, maybe. Now, let's pause for a second here. Why are we spending 5 on this? Yeah, so the footmen are 2 each. The footmen are 2 each. See, I would like to have some either archers or horsemen. What are we getting with these guys? 1 combat power, 2 combat speed, only 1 initiative. See, we need something with a little more initiative. See, I would like to have at least 1 unit in each army here that has this initiative. This will take 1... oh no. This will take 2 manpower. Yeah, the horsemen take 1. See, these horsemen have 7 initiative and take 1 manpower. And they have much better combat power than these footmen. But they do secure the flanks. Damn, I'm kind of split on this. Now, we can afford to go a little bit over our manpower, especially for the war here. I would kind of like... These horsemen are really, really helpful. 7 initiative, 4 combat strength. I think we can afford to go down by 2 manpower, so we're going to build 2 horsemen. So I want 1 in each flank. Oh, and we need more money. Okay. So we'll wait on that. Just like during our pandemic, right? But I prefer to think I'm doing something rather than nothing. I like the confidence in that answer. My leader got 5 kids, 1 male, 4 female. That 1 male died in a hunting accident. Oh my god. His wife gave birth, grandson, only heir in the country. When he became 3 years old, I learned that he is an idiot. Oh no. That sucks. Environmental science, that's sick. Yeah. Horrific. I was glad my idiot heir was taken by the plague. I would definitely do something for the plague if it actually did something. Hopefully they change it. Well, I think the thing is, for the hospitals and stuff, we have a little bit of time, and we got to fight the French first. So it's a matter of what are we... where are we putting our resources right now? And I think that's what we're going to do. We'll hold off on it. My wife is an English comp professor. Oh, nice. So all the academia talk makes you feel right at home. Nice, nice, nice. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm generally puzzled what's up with all the bloody academics here. I don't know. Maybe this game just is just apropos for it. In 1201, King John Lackland Plantagenet granted the Charter of Liberties to the tin miners of Cornwall and Devon, which made tinners subject only to the legal jurisdiction of the chief warden and released them from the obligations of serfdom under the feudal system. This charter would continue to be updated recently with the establishment of judiciary courts and immunity to the tinners from other courts in England. I do not want to lose control. I definitely don't. I'm going to lose a lot of pop satisfaction, though. How long do we lose control? Yeah, it doesn't say how long it'll... See, the thing with losing pop satisfaction, that will go back up. So, and it's mainly peasants. And we have, yeah, we have very high satisfaction for them. We're going to say that's an absurdity. Deviating from history. I think England mainly just uses levies. Yeah, and there's a lot of modifiers England gets to make their levies very powerful in the beginning here. In my experience, actual armies aren't very good at the start. This is true. We don't want to have a lot of them, but I want to have units for the flanks. And the footmen are nice just because of the flanking defense. But yeah, you don't want to have a ton of them. I want to have one regular unit in each section, but that's about it. Exactly, he's wasting his time recruiting 50 horsemen. Those won't win the war. I beg to differ. 7 initiative and 4 combat strength on your flanks is actually a pretty good thing to have. Hey, Peter, hello, good afternoon to you. Just woke up, time for coffee and ham. Nice. What time is it over there? 5:20 p.m. working the night shift. Oh, nice. You just lose 10 control, you'll get it back. Yeah, you also get back satisfaction. Flanking defense, I had no idea. Yeah. I don't know, though. I think this is a England-specific thing. Because England gets quite a bit of bonuses. Not sure. I forget where you see that after you start, but there's a place to see all of those bonuses before you start the game. Oh yeah, we gotta secure a royal marriage here. Let's just do it with Desmond. Why not? Yeah, we gotta codify a law here. It's gonna cost us 50 coin. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to ban the export. Gold output, silver output. We don't have any gold or silver output, but we'll gain 33% from minting. So we're going to do that. We're going to ban the export. Possible religious actions. The Pope... The Pope has meddled in the affairs of our country for far too long. The authority of the crown should not bend its knee before the papal seat. The papal bull will only be in effect when our government gives its approval. Yeah, so we lose 100 religious influence. Our clergy will lose 15% satisfaction, but we'll gain 20% crown power. What's our clergy at now? Yeah, we had already taken that one thing that made them pretty low. I don't know. I would love to get the 20% crown power, but the clergy will get down to like almost 20% approval. So we'll hold off on this for now. Yes, horsemen are a key unit. Yes, thank you, thank you. Manufacturing optics for infrared cameras, polishing the lens, material for the camera. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Nice. How's EU5? I'm here somewhat. Oh, nice. Welcome back, Java. Welcome. Yeah, it's great. It is going really well. Very much enjoying it. With the generous liberties we have granted our merchants, we have ended up with a situation where people simply do not want to do honest work anymore. All right, so we lost a little bit of money. That's okay. Got a little bit of Lord insurgents, but whatever. Ah, here we go. Okay. So, wait, aren't I building two? No. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is, I do want to have one more of those units. Oh yeah, that's right. We don't have the money. So we're going to split one of the footmen out. This will be the second army. Now remind me again, so this guy we chose... Yeah, he has the military ability. So this is the speed. So our second army here will be the sieging army. We're going to choose a person who has higher administrative ability. Damn it, but it's all lords. Oh lord. Alright. Well, if we have to take a lord, we might as well take the best one. So these guys will stay in the middle. Wait, didn't I have two footmen? Oh, yeah, yeah. So the footmen will stay in the center. And then the rest will be filled out by levies. Regulated export. Oh, yeah, yeah. Is that the one you would have chosen? I do ban exports too. Minting that doesn't increase inflation is really nice. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I couldn't do that. I make so much money importing silver and gold than exporting it again. Oh, that's actually not a bad point. It's not a bad point. Just as in real life, we have issues with regulated exported materials from China now. U.S. importing so much is a long-term strategic failure established decades ago by idiots. Yeah. Yep. We're going to split a footman. Wait, didn't I have two footmen? Boing. I did. No, I did have two. I have one here and one here. So this army will stay like this, and then they'll just get filled up with levies. And so these are the guys we'll send sieging. And these guys, because we have better flanking ability and camp followers, these are the guys that we're going to send against the armies that that France sends at us. Anna is here, and I'm on the road, face purple crying. Yes, I know, right? Anna 117 came out today. I haven't been able to try it out either. I did finally, I was thinking about you earlier this morning, because I finally tried out Surviving Mars relaunched. And it just first of all, it looks amazing. The new, like, visual updates, I think, are great. I would love to dive into it, but there's just so many games to play. All right, so we're going to build, we're going to train one more horseman, and then we'll start building more buildings here. All right, we're gaining maritime presence here, which is good. They're still upgrading. We celebrate the seasons instead. It is dark and kind of depressing this time of year, but people are already setting up Christmas lights on balconies and lights up the evenings. Oh, very nice. Very cool. Yeah, people here are starting to put up some Christmas decorations, too. It's good, right? But there are still some crazy bugs, sadly. That's what I've been hearing. I didn't get to try too much this morning, so I haven't encountered a bug yet, but I'm... Like, I didn't even make it to the Founders stage yet, so I'm waiting. Since our advisors started... Oh! I rolled right through the initial... the 1 hour break here. Alright, so let's take a quick 90-second break so we don't play through ads. Pay homage to the god of ads, and then we will be right back. So 90 seconds, we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. And we're back. Do you play multiplayer? It would be cool to have a chat stream multiplayer match. You know, I would love to play multiplayer. My problem is I can't find... I have 2 kids, and so it's hard for me. I know for multiplayer you need to dedicate like a few hours to a session, and I just find it difficult to do that. I would love to do some multiplayer, but I find it difficult to find the time to schedule one in. Yeah, especially the asteroid is unplayable, sadly. I was reading something on the Reddit about that. Surviving Mars. The asteroid thing is apparently really sucks right now. Yeah, that's a big think over there, I've heard. Of course, I'm playing Sweden in EU5, but oh gosh, what a bad king we had the first years. The bubonic plague took 1/3 of my population. Ouch. Now I'm trying to get back from it, but we are poor. Yeah, but I bet a lot of your pops, the ones that survived, now have a lot of immunity to it. 1/3 is acceptable. Some lost half. Yeah, plague is vicious in this. It is still around somewhere in the world, having taken 61 million lives so far. 90+ million. Ooh. I started as Messi and I created Saxony right now. Which country do you play as, Max? Just reached 1730s as Roman Empire. Yeah. Okay, so what are we at here? Since our advisors started influencing the trade developments in England, internal trade has been strengthened at the cost of curtailed imports and increased state regulation. While the advisor's decisions to improve infrastructure have been appreciated, recent suggestions have caused many influential people to question their philosophy. Detractors argue that the king is taking their advisor's advice too readily and that we should look for mutually beneficial deals with other nations rather than seeking to dominate every area of trade. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to do that. Oh, we'll lose legitimacy or prestige. I definitely that's stability. See, I still haven't memorized all the icons yet. Legitimacy, prestige. You see, I don't want to really lose prestige because we're not gaining enough right now, and we're gaining legitimacy. So we'll do that. Now I realize we're not improving relations with anybody, so let's improve with Castile. We don't need to improve with France because we're about to go to war with them. Oh, you know, let's improve with Norway because we are importing from them. We're doing some trade. Oh, we have some unused trade capacity. Let's take a look. So, we're exporting wool to Bruges. Is that the most efficient use? Yeah. Beeswax we have a bit more of. And that's not very profitable. Yeah, no, wool is the best one so far. So we'll just increase the wool trade here. Ooh, although also we could have used some maybe for lumber. Yeah. So here's a tip also I figured out that I'm going to be including in a video soon. When you're looking at the price of goods, you can see here we're getting plus 0.95% to base price. So we have a price increase even though we have an even supply and demand, and that's because what actually gets factored into the price is this effective supply and effective demand. And so you can see the effective supply 13.01 is lower than what our actual supply is, and that's because you don't get the full 4.95 from imports. For country imports or exports, you only get half of this value, and for burger trades, you get 75% of it. So this 13.01 is the result of adding up the full value of our common goods and all of these, and then, and then half, oh my god, come on. And then half of this trade from Oslo. Same thing with exports. You can see our effective demand. Oh my god, the tooltips are killing me. Our effective demand is 14.67. And that's because the burgers are exporting 3.29, so only 75% of this gets added in. You're gonna play Anno tomorrow on stream on Steam, stream. Yeah. Yep, tomorrow night we're starting an Anno 117 run. So we'll do that for a little bit. I'll take a look at it today, but I think we'll probably just do the story mode, the campaign mode. How come Ham started over with England? Bad start last time. It wasn't necessarily a bad start. It's just that I still hadn't fully grasped everything about the game yet, and I kind of feel like now I understand a little bit more. So I wanted to start over with a better understanding. On top of that, there's a couple hot fixes that have come out since we had started that stream. So I figured with those two things in mind, why not just restart from the beginning and include a save with the hot fixes. Oh, also, well, now they do this. I realized too, in order to get achievements, we need to be on Ironman mode, and I really want to be going for achievements in the run. So we had to restart in order to be on Ironman mode. Emmanuel Fesci, a papal notary, alleges that King Edward II Plantagenet, our former king, thought to have been brutally murdered by the vile Mortimer dynasty, is in fact still alive. Fesci purports that his late majesty successfully escaped captivity and took refuge in a hermitage near Bivona, and has been living out his days as a monk. The letter appears genuine, but we cannot be certain of the truthfulness of the claims. King Edward II was widely considered to be an incompetent ruler, but he had powerful supporters. Should the claims be true, they could be devastating to the current order. Ugh. Stability and legitimacy. I don't want to lose stability. I guess we'll lose the legitimacy again. Attempt to bury this treasonous heresy. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I'm going for a chill Burger Yum in England run. We're build we build a great country everyone wants to migrate to without colonies or empire. Nice. Just when I thought I had econ figured out. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You said your next video is going to be trade and what? I think the next video is mainly going to be focused on construction and trade as it relates to construction. There's some interesting things about construction I figured out, and I think that trade thing is important to construction because it factors into the import of goods for your construction goods. Yeah, the lords are still pretty unhappy. They're going up, but it's going to be really slow. I wonder if we can just throw them a bone real quick. Because there is something of theirs I wouldn't mind having. Yeah, the noble navy. So let's do this. It'll make them happy. There we go. So just a suggestion, but in the new Tinto Talk, they say they are rebalancing pop needs next week. Oh, which may impact those two things, so it may be worth waiting. Thank you. Thanks for that. That is very true. It might be worth it now. Or they said something like that. I can't remember exactly what. I'll have to read that. Yeah, I haven't gone through the new Tinto Talk yet. But I imagine that would impact both trade and construction. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for the heads up on that. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we were waiting for some money in order to recruit one more horseman. Once this horseman is done, I think we can declare against France. Portsmouth is now a town. And so we should build a wharf here. Oh, glass still isn't good, though. Really, really? Okay, let's slow down for a second. So we started building a glassworks here. Where is it? God, oh, here it is. So we could use a second one of these. Let's do it. We'll build that up, and then we'll eventually put a wharf here at Portsmouth. You're welcome. It's real short, so you can read it quick whenever. Oh, okay. Good, good, yeah. Yeah, it's just been bogged down and everything. What is today's Vicky 3 dev diary about? Yeah, I know. Always on Thursdays, they release the dev diary right as I start. So today's dev diary is supposed to be about all the new narrative content for mainly Spain. And I don't know if they'll go into Portugal a little bit too. But it's supposed to be all about new narrative content. Yeah, it should be really good. I'm actually really excited to see what the narrative content's going to be all about. All right, let's look here. All right. What is our crown power's at 20%, and we still haven't gotten autocracy yet, so that's pretty good. The Lord's insurgents, they'll go away soon because they're getting happier and happier. Oh, yeah, the navies. You go over here and then join up. Feels like a handful starting EU5 as England or France with 100 Years' War immediately happening. Yeah, it is a little bit. I think partly why this is also added into the fact why I wanted to restart now that I got a little bit better of an understanding of it. Wait, what is this? "19 armies there." Why does it look like I have an army there? Oh, this is the... okay. Oh, yeah, 2 lions, not 3. I was like, wait a second. What the hell is that? Your navy is going to starve. Turn on the food supply. Passing laws in the next update will be much more interesting for Vicky 3. Yeah, yeah. Definitely. I'm really excited for that, actually. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna need this anyway for the armies. So we now have... 4 cogs, right? Yeah, we got 4 cogs. So we'll be able to transport 1,000 soldiers, which will be good. Okay, there we go. So this army is ready to go. They're both ready to go. That's the army of the Duke of Normandy, yeah. Because your flag is a copy of the Norman flag. Your King William the Conqueror was crowned King of England on December 25th, 1066. In fact, they should ask you, why do you have a similar army to theirs? Gather some food for the Navy and click to redistribute some supplier armies. 1,000 soldiers, that's nothing. Let's see here. What else are we building? What else are we building? Oh, we still have some galleys building. So let's wait until they're done. 50 days. We actually can afford more. We can afford more cogs. Because we've got a lot of sailor power here. So let's get those guys built. My king died in the bubonic plague, 32 years old. Oof. His heir was only 6. Oh no, so now I have a regency, but it seems the consort regent doesn't have abilities added to the realms bonuses, which is a pain. 10 years of no abilities bonuses ahead. Oh no. Shouldn't be helping you. I support France. such is life. Right. Okay, you go over here. Yeah, let's get a couple more cogs done, because it is true. The beginning of this war is going to be all about how many soldiers we can get over there. The skilled work of our diplomats and the enviable situation of strength our kingdom finds itself in are proving beneficial to our standing among our peers. Our diplomats are capitalizing on those factors to achieve better results than usual in their negotiations. Oh, here we go. So we'll get 5 years of estate satisfaction equilibrium up. That's pretty good. Yeah, we'll appease the fickle estates. So the thing that's giving me kind of pause here is... usually when you start the 100 Years' War, they're not in the midst of a conflict here with their armies raised right at our border. That kind of sucks. Where can I see... Yeah, the First Scottish War. Maybe we wait for this to end. And that'll give us time to get these the Navy upgraded a little bit here. Then we'll declare the 100 Years' War. Sweden is Protestant and Germanic, but at the same time France helped Sweden greatly in the 30 Years' War, and your king is French. Sweden will be Francophiles later. At the moment, we are Catholics. Yeah, in regards to that. Yeah, Jean-Baptiste Bernadotte, one of Napoleon's officers, the Swedish nobility handpicked to be king of Sweden. Alright, so we can... fix some stuff here. In fact, we can up a little bit of this. And then we can start building some stuff. So we have tons of wool. Tons and tons of wool. So we should start utilizing that more. Yeah, so we can make some fine cloth. Because if we were to export that... Oh, actually, we need a lot of it. Okay, so let's do that. Yeah, the Tailor's Guild. Masonry is still good. Oh, we're already actually building one. Let's build a second. And now, let's start getting some roads put down. Essentially, I would like to build a road going there. So let's start in Harrow here. Oh, there currently is one already. If we built a road from here, how much would that cost? 218. 220. Let's see. Well, we can build it slowly over time. So we'll do that to start. He is the starting ruler for Sweden in Vicky 3. Yeah. Yeah, I had that. I had him during this Sweden starting steps series I'm doing right now. Napoleon was a fool. Yeah, agreed. Fun thing is, if you played Assassin's Creed, you are. Sorry. Fun thing is, if you played Assassin's Creed, the French one, when you roam the roofs of Paris, you meet with him. Oh, cool, and do missions for the future Swedish king, which I thought was hilarious. Still, okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, never finished that, sadly. Had so many performance issues. Oof. One of the dumbest men in European history. That little guy. For some damn reason, I have all AC games, but finished none. So last year, I decided to play them one by one. So far, I finished the first. Oh, pretty cool. Yeah, they seem pretty cool. I never fully got into any of them. I always wanted to do the American Revolution one, for obvious reasons. Last one I played was the pirate one, which is real fun. Oh, was that one good? I'd heard a lot about that one when it came out. All right, so we only have about 70 days left on that. How is this war going? Hmm. Are they not at war anymore? Why are the armies still raised? Of course, the American sides with his cultural ancestors, even though they invaded him in 1812. Meanwhile, Napoleon doubled his nation's territory for a small fee. Napoleon didn't double American territory. We doubled American territory by making a good land purchase from him. I don't think Napoleon was like, I would like to give America more land. Napoleon was like, I need money. I just watched the Napoleon movie and didn't like it. Oh yeah, see, I wanted to watch it just because I like Joaquin Phoenix, but I heard that it wasn't very good, so I've been dragging my heels on it. Oh, maybe the war is over because the troops are kind of dwindling down. Oh, I forgot too. We can now build the war. So we will do that. Let's take a look at our trades again. Oh, actually, what we should be doing is building more of those lumber RGOs. Kind of slacking on that. Yeah, we could use more of them. And we'll build one more in Portsmouth. What does the wharf do again? Well, we have a, if we look here. Oh my god. One of England's most powerful families of the Lords has, despite its vast landed wealth, managed to accumulate significant debts that it is finding hard to pay back. They have approached King Edward III Plantagenet to ask for help, hoping that their long history of loyalty to the Plantagenet family and their promises of undying support will sway him to help them out in their time of need. Ugh, I don't want to pay a bunch of money for that. But we could gain 10 satisfaction from the Lords or lose 10. Well, we'll make the money back, whatever. We might even take out a loan. Yeah, so we have a natural harbor here. A suitability of 100%. So we want to utilize that. Yeah, monthly sailors, trade capacity, harbor capacity, and shipbuilding, yeah. And so we want to build it here to maximize the productivity of that. France would have been far better off developing their massive treasure of the mainland than their empires. Yeah. Revolutionary France was attacked for decades by the reactionary regimes of Europe. Napoleon chose to eliminate the threat by bringing the fight to them. Wait, Maximilian, are you like pro-Napoleon? Saying Napoleon was a great leader? France had almost no overseas territories under Napoleon, with few exceptions. Yeah, it's the few is the word few is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. Alright, I think we're ready to go here. I keep thinking I should save before we do it, but we're on Ironman mode. What do you think my name is? Maximilian Robespierre. I am very big on the French Revolution, very big on Robespierre, very big on Napoleon. Oh yeah, you know, I never really... I'll be honest, I never really looked at the rest of it. Interesting. Pro-Napoleon. Alright. So let's move our guys. down to Hythe in preparation. And I think we're going to do this now. They can raise about 55,000. What can we do? About 60,000. Alright, let's do it. God, I'm always so cautious about war. But let's do it. Let's start the 100 Years' War, my friends. Conquer the throne of France. Take the capital. We are slightly weaker than them. You thought my parents named me... No, I just never actually read the rest of the screen name, to be honest with you. I may name my kid if I ever get one. I'm doubtful of the sustainability of a family nowadays. Yeah, tell me about it. Oh, we got the Twitch bot. The Twitch bot came for the 100 Years' War. Too bad, they're not going to make it. Goodbye, Twitch bot. Alright. Oh, gotta go again. Have a good stream. Yeah, thanks, Jabba. Hopefully we'll see you a little bit later. Transport your troops to France before attacking. No, I want to... we're going to be raising conscripts, and I want to have them all organized there. We'll probably lose the first province, but we won't lose the second. So it'll be okay. We're not going to be taking on thousands of French troops with these guys. In fact, we're not going to raise conscripts over here. I do not want these guys to get caught in any type of conflict before they have reinforcements. So we definitely don't want to send them over there yet. All right, here we go. So, let's raise levies. Like I said, we're not going to raise any here because those guys are just going to get decimated, and I don't want to have the cogs wasting time sending them over there. So, we're just going to have to go through this instead of clicking raise all levies. Oh, kick in some music because we're going to war. Oop. I tend to oppose the revolutions because they were just impatient. Monarchy was doomed as soon as the railroad was invented. Yeah. Yeah, Connie. Woohoo! Here we go. Let's do this. Alright, let's speed it up a little bit so we can raise these conscripts. Alright, let's pause. So I want to get about an even split here. So we'll start with the sieging army. So what do we have? Alright, we'll just do like... It's about 15 good. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we'll give them about 3 more. Alright. So you guys merge to strongest unit. And so we'll start with the 25th Army. And we'll merge you guys to the 1st Army. And merge to strongest unit. Alright, start moving, everybody. Oh, what a mess. Good luck, I am. Yeah, thank you. I know. It is a bit of a mess at the start here. Wait, what, Oh, our export... Oh, no. Oh, our export of wool. Okay, let's trade it to somebody else. Yeah, so no Bruges. Alright, so we're gonna... Home. There we go. They were the qualitative change in a natural human process. You have a very wrong and reformist views. Change comes with revolution, not by waiting looking at a pocket watch, because eventually... Lord of the Rings vibes. Yeah, right? Look to the light of the second day, and you shall see your reinforcements. Ah, damn. Okay, they all moved. Where are the other ones going? Wait, where's the rallying point for the other army? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Okay. So I want you to go over here, because I want you to go over from there. And so this is what? The siege army. Start a move-in. It's just funny because the new elites the revolutions raised up marry the old ones anyway. Yeah, it accomplished nothing but a bunch of dead peasants. Agreed. Agreed on that. They're going to the canneries, mate. Norwich. Yeah. Uh-oh, here we go. The people of London despair as their families and neighbors succumb to the relentless outbreak of influenza, currently spreading throughout the area. Neighborhoods once bustling with activity now echo with worry and uncertainty. Unfortunately, there is little we can do to stop the spread of the disease into our territory. Alright, these guys are good. You go over there. Alright. Oh my god, come on. Yep. So move them over. We still have some monarchies in Europe, albeit neutered and, yeah, a bit scandalized. Yeah, a bit. It was a little scandalized. Oof. Alright. Yeah, not a good start. You know, I should have built a second navy, to be honest. So let's start some more cogs. And we can start landing somewhere else. Corporate world is a lot more aristocratic in Bloodline than they like to talk about. Yeah, that's also heavily true. Yeah, you guys stay over here. Go ahead and fight those guys. Here we go. So you be distracted by them. While we get people over here. Keep sending. Look, I didn't mean it in a bad way, but I did tell you 4 cogs was not enough. Well, we have more than 4 cogs. We built a little bit more. I have to say, though, usually when I've done this before, they don't quite muster this many people to get up here as quickly. So I was kind of taken off guard by that. So what we're going to do is... we need a different entry point here. Oh, well, hold on. Let's take a look here. We lost the flank. Yeah, we need, yeah, this is disappointing. Usually they don't, it takes them a while to get their forces over here. So let's think about this. Yeah, that flank got decimated there. Yeah, I would like to get these guys maybe... yeah, we might come over here and try to land. I don't know, though. We're taking heavy losses, but we're dwindling them down quite a bit. Max trolling over here. Oh. Now, let me figure out how I want to do this here. I think what we'll do here is... you come over here. Let's stop sending troops over there. Oof, look at that. Yeah, we lost a heavy amount. I tend to hope that becomes the future of American politics. Oh, well, I missed a little bit. I can't figure out how you save... I can't figure out how you save that 19k stack. Yeah. This war is off to a much more difficult start than I've had in the past. So we're going to try to land here. Yeah, they got wiped. So we're re-raising them. Not a good start. Not a good start. Oh, here we go. It's like that saying, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. That's kind of what happened in our start here. We got punched in the face. So let's get this stack over here. I like the saying, the first casualty of war is the plan. Yeah, that's very true. I keep forgetting to reform the army. This is interesting. Okay. Now... yeah, so now the numbers are a little bit better, so keep sending people here. Yeah, the cogs are vital to get the whole army there. Hey man, no shame in the occasional save scum. Oh, yeah. Nope, I'm on Iron Man. Oh, oops, I forgot too. One of the armies doesn't have a... These guys need a general. Actually, yeah, we need one army movement speed. This is what we're going to take. Oh my lord. Oh my lordo. We're basically going to be suffering plague-level losses here. Alright, let's hold on a second. Yeah. See, this is the thing I feel like that usually happens, though, in the game. They send so much of their forces down to Aquitaine that you can kind of go over here. They have a significant force here. Yeah. Usually, I forego Aquitaine so that they're distracted with that. But I haven't had it yet where they send so many people up here. And usually having the one C node to go here, the process goes fairly quick. I'll be honest, I'm a little taken off guard with this, but all is not lost. Damn, France is way stronger than I thought. Yeah. Well, I gotta try this now. I'm intrigued. A lot of French peasants for levies. I feel like... So there was a hotfix that came out before the previous stream that we did that addressed... that did some stuff to the 100 Years' War, which is partly why I wanted to restart. I wonder if they played with the balance of France, because the war's going quite differently than normally here. How do I get them to disembark these soldiers now? Yeah, I guess I gotta do that. Okay. Of course, you guys are doing absolutely nothing here. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I'm thinking of something different. Forget those guys. Alright, so let's stop and regroup for a second here. France is ridiculously strong, but Hamcut's made awful decisions this time around. Yeah, you're always ready to... You're always ready to mention that, my friend. I felt like having a friendly rivalry with him since I love the French, but I feel sorry for him now. Yeah, great. Thank you. I appreciate it. Alright. Let's see. I think what we will do here is... Oh, we got a daughter. Nice. A delegation of the Lords came to us today to thank us for favoring them in the government. In fact, they're so grateful that a small voluntary contribution was made to the treasury. Oh, we get a little bit of money. Okay, so what we're going to do is... we are going to do some more cogs, but I want to get 2 separate navies going. I think we'll do that. And then... why don't we just form all these guys together. Hey, Mauricio, hello, hello. Hi, Ham. How's the game with this redoing of the series? Well, economically, we're doing pretty good. The 100 Years' War, though, is not going well. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting these guys gotta get transported. Yeah, just leave those guys there for now. Oh, wait, let's speed this up. So we're gonna wait for some of these ships to finish up. We'll get a couple more. We're gonna have 2 separate navies here. Yeah, I guess we'll go after the diplomatic ability. I'd like to get somebody other than these nobles, but I guess it is what it is. Alright. Alright, we're at the 2-hour mark here, so we're going to take a quick 90-second break. Go to the bathroom, get a drink of water. Not get hit by ads, and then we will be right back. All right, and we're back. And we're back. Let's see. Any suggestion of what laws to change early on? So, where is it here? There was one early on. Was it here? No, it was not. Basically, I want to get to naval values. Is it here? I haven't done much, though, because you need such high stability to change it. So I haven't gone for them yet. There was one here that I thought was worth it. I forget which one it was. I tend not to change much, too many laws at the beginning, though, because of the high stability cost. And I'd rather use some of the stability to revoke some estate privileges. So I tend to focus on that at the beginning. If you struggle with crown lands, centralization, and crown power focus laws, and if you struggle with innovation, I suppose literacy laws, anything that'll get you more to centralization is always best. You don't want to go to... You want to get as far away from decentralization at the beginning, which we're currently on. So we will have to tackle this at some point, but centralization is always best. Crown lands is an issue. Started with 14%, now at 24 to 45, 24 to 25. Have favor the ruler law at the moment, so I think I want another one towards centralization. Yeah, you have to pay attention to yours. By the way, can you help me with the Swedish concept of a fourth estate? I haven't fully comprehended that. I mean, real life history. My Finnish friend kept talking about the fourth estate. Nobility, clergy, burghers, and peasants. I only change laws of parliament, though I hate to miss out on the taxes of... maybe I should spend my stability a bit more. Yeah. Alright. Alright, let's get this going here. So, what do we got here now? Yeah, merge these guys together. So what do we have in this now? Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Recently contracted Master Mason Henry Yvel has been brought to our attention due to the outstanding quality of his work. Such a skilled artisan could surely be put to good use to boost the splendor and impressiveness of our palaces. He gains prominence. Okay, okay. So we get an artist. No, we'll take him. We'll let him come in. Oh, good, we got a child who's intelligent. Peasants have always had a strong position. Yeah, I got the absolutist movement reach 100% centralization and 100% absolutism in my run. Also 100% naval, but that's not relevant to the achievement. Yeah. It seems overtly simplified, but what I'm gathering is the ability for the common people to call out the elites through press protection. It's really funny to me that in Scandinavian countries, the rural population is very powerful. They have a a centrist agrarian party representing them in the cities tend to be right-leaning liberal. Don't remember the details of Daki, but it was south part that revolted. Well, the countryside is left-wing, especially on economic matters. Yeah, that's why I hope U.S. moves in that kind of direction. A village, small settlement revival in the U.S. would be great. I don't know about that, to be honest with you. I feel like the village, small settlements is kind of where we're at right now. We've given an outrageous amount of power to smaller populations, so much so that they outweigh the power of, like, the larger city populations. All right. So it's going to take us, what, about 83, 82 more days. Ooh, yeah. Let me look at... So what is the construction we have here? Yeah, we could use more naval supplies to speed up this process. Remove your professional armies from your army. They take way bigger space in transports than the levies. Yeah, but we're still going to need them, especially the camp followers once we land. Since King Edward, the Confessor of Wessex, the monarchs of England have uniquely possessed a miraculous healing power known as the royal touch, usually performed on dozens of people in large ceremonies. The only other monarchs who have ever demonstrated such an ability have been those of France. Upon stroking a person infected with scrofula, a disease in which a large abscess grows in the neck, the king cures the illness and the afflicted returns to normal health. As the divine powers are gifted by God only to those who have the hereditary right to the throne, performance of the ritual will be indisputable proof that King Edward III Plantagenet is the rightful king. I'd rather, I believe, yeah, I'd rather move toward innovative. Although an increased cultural tradition is not so bad. Then we can get 10 more legitimacy. Yeah, let's do that one there. I'm suggesting you land first with as many troops as possible, and then land the professionals. You can supply your army with your navy. Meanwhile, if you distributed food, as I recommended... that's bollocks. You cannot perform miracles. Oh, it seems the consort regent do give bonuses to their cabinet. Tooltip says otherwise, but checking cabinet seats, they do get her strap bonuses. Yeah. Well, the professional armies, by the way, are only about 350 troops. That's not what's weighing down our transport. Let's see. Do we have more of these guys yet? No, we do not. Ah, they got 19,000 men over on Jersey. Alright, this is We're going to make a landing now. They've got 19,000 over there. They've got a ton over here. So we're going to try to start doing this. Yeah, Jersey has fallen. Oh no, oh no. What I'm gathering from Swedish agrarian parties is that it's like a collection of organized small towns that don't sell out. Oh, that's interesting. There we go. So good riddance of crazy old Magnus of Jalpo the Lunatic. Yeah, that's huge if true. It's a godsend. You can block them with your navy. Yeah. But American history of unions points to how hard it is to keep it that way. Yeah, when offered an incentive, this is true. All right. So let's get the rest of these guys over there. I'm surprised he didn't do that. He didn't play much as Byzantium, locking the Ottomans in Corfu. Balance your flank, Sam. Oh, yeah, yeah. Thank you for the reminder. I always forget to do that. There we go. Yeah, we'll come back for you guys after we're done transporting people. Oh, and while we're doing this, let's not forget about our economy. Let's get some more marketplaces. I gotta start remembering the icons better. There we go. So how much will it cost me? There we go. You would have won in Cherbourg if the flanks were balanced. Yeah, somehow there were 13,000 troops in the center, 0 in the right. I know. I always forget to manually balance. Yeah, like right now. Oh boy. Why are these guys... like, did they stop moving? What is happening? Should have intercepted these guys before they landed. My king is on this boat. In Sweden. There we go. Accomplished sailor. Excellent. Blocked that. God, yeah, the naval levies. Oh my god. I do kind of forget about that. I did. I forgot about the naval levies. Good lord. I'm so used to Victoria 3, I just think of levy or conscripts and levies as an army thing. Sweden, about 7 of the 10 are unionized. I don't understand how it can be so controversial in the U.S. Yeah, I don't either, to be honest with you. It makes no sense to me. I'm very pro-union. Why am I even helping the English? They did unspeakable crimes in France during the Chevauchée. I hope I'm getting a title named after me. You have an issue with English war crimes, but not French. Come on, let's speed this up here. Move, people. Yay, coming of age. Alright, the Age of Renaissance. We might do the military focus for the Renaissance. Religious war. Stability investment. A proximity cost actually would be very nice. I think we're gonna take this one here. Part of it, Peter, is the largest, most powerful generation in the U.S. It's deeply entrenched belief in unrestrained capitalism. Yeah, marginalizes everyone else who sees it failing. Yeah. I have many issues with French war crimes. We spoke about it extensively, and how Le Pen's father, for example, was a torturer in Algeria. Their behavior in Vietnam was also appalling. I don't remember that. I remember you saying the one place the French was good was in Algeria, and I remember telling you, no, they committed tons of war crimes there. You kind of tried to counter that point. I remember that very much. I do admin first, to be fair, and I recommended that. You can go military as well if you want to get bogged down in the 100 Years' War. I suppose diplomatic would be good for exploration in Third Age. Alright. Now get your guys over here. Actually do want to check something real quick here. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of mercenaries to call on here. Alright. So give me... Okay, so you guys merge together. I remember that convo. He admitted the war crimes part, but insisted on Algeria being treated as part of the metropole. Yeah, that's right. That's what it was. That Algeria was part of the metropole, which they were not. I mean, it depends on which Algeria you were talking about. I never said that. I just do not want to demonize the French for 7 generations. I absolutely agree with you on that point. I am left-wing. Greece also supported Algerian independence. Yeah. Okay, we are balanced here. Man, we are not faring well in this war. Ah, we won. How the hell did we win that? Okay. Alright, so next we're going to go over here. Why is it that... No. I want all of these guys joined together. Oh, what are these two guys doing here? Okay. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, so you guys start moving that way. Wait, what is this? Yeah, these are... Yeah, this is one awful fleet. But let's give them somebody. We'll give them a military commander. Oh, finally. Here we go. Yeah, we'll take this guy. Somebody from the Yeomanry. Okay. And so we'll keep you guys over here, ready to pounce. If I was you, I would land in Aquitaine to reset the castle siege. But at that point, it will be too risky since you've taken massive losses. Yeah, I'm not going towards Aquitaine, especially since our war score is really to take the capital. So we're going to try to make a beeline over to Paris. King Edward III Plantagenet has to employ many methods to keep the unruly lords in line. One of the most common is cold hard cash. We already grant them a pension in exchange for relinquishing certain rights. However, their leaders now claim that we are not paying them enough and are demanding their pensions rise if they are to continue to support the king. Let's see. So... actually don't mind doing this right now. We will do that. And splitting your army is not advisable. Yeah, we're definitely not going to split them. Oh, also capture the rural areas around the castle. You siege to get some food going. I'm sure you know that already. Yeah. And then these guys... we're going to have you guys disperse food. I probably should have actually split these guys in half to do this, but let's just take these guys out. And you join up with them. Yeah, they're going after them. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, the AI got a little baited there. Yeah, I made Edward III and his posterity speak English in court. Yeah, I do want to switch to that once we get to a point in order to do that. Oh my god, it didn't, oh, it did. Okay, I thought we didn't have the flanks balanced again. Not really, Henry the Fourth was the first. Alright. And you meet up with them over there. Let's see, how are we doing here? Let's move these guys in here. Get the maritime presence up there. You don't. You don't what? Alright, once everybody gets in here, let's all join together now. Oh, there we go. Okay. Also, the tradition of court languages being different than the common tongue is quite interesting when we see how intentionally weird finance and banking languages. Yeah, I know. I'm excited to play with that mechanic because you also have the same thing with like, you also have your liturgical language and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things to play with. Alright, how are we doing here? Oof, look at the mess over here. Yeah, so we're gonna make a line over to Paris. And the problem is, at some point, though, we're gonna have armies that are holding on to the line to the sea. We do have our camp followers. We'll probably have to create a resource depot just for that, just in case we get cut off. But once we take this castle, it'll start taking control of the surrounding areas here. Alright, let's see where we are. Alright. So we got another... So they're trying to cut us off there. Here's what I think I need to do. I wish I could just take, like, yeah, we're going to try to split off about 3,000 soldiers. Keep them at the siege. And send about 30,000 this way. So, what we're going to do... We'll send these guys over there. We'll keep the war bows. here because they have the initiative. Yeah, so the warbows have high initiative, so we want them for when we go attack that large thing there. Although, I guess we are going to have to send some, because it just seems to be the large amount that we have here. And these guys, what's their deal? So this has given us how many here? About 1100, 1150, 1160. Yeah, we can use a little bit more. Max is angry when flanks are not balanced. Yeah, same with me. Alright, we don't need a lot to siege this place, so I think we might just do this. Alright. Balance yourselves up. Yeah, just in case, too, you guys balance up. Let's give you somebody with some admin. You stay there. And you go meet these guys. And then the siege will continue. Also, re-US future. I think it's pretty wide open right now with how many different ideas are being fracturing the Dem and Republican parties. Shows the future is not going to be more the same. Yeah, this is very true. I think there's going to be quite a shift in the political spectrum in the US here. I mean, the Republican Party has been kind of fractured for a little bit, even despite their... they still have that power to unify, but ever since we had, like, the rise of the Tea Party and kind of more right-wing pockets of the party, a lot of the centrists have kind of been pushed out. But we now see the same thing happening to the Democratic Party, where there's a more of a split, I feel like, between the progressives and the centrists. So yeah, I think there's going to be something different that comes of it. Oh, the institution of the Renaissance, okay. Alright, come on, guys. Max is also angry when regiments are not consolidated. And that is a good thing, I assume. Oh, about the U.S. future? I think so. I think there does need to be a bit of a shift in the paradigm. Because we're starting to see, I mean, especially now that we see, you know, the basis of the stability of our government is that there's at least two opposing forces. And we're at a point now where I feel like the Democratic Party has put up absolutely no resistance to what's happening. And so in order for our government to work, you need an opposing force. And if they're not going to do it, then there needs to be a shift in the paradigm, at least a little bit. All right, we've taken a little bit of the war score back. What about, can we raise... We can raise more levies, and we're going to. Because we're going to need to leave forces along the way. Consolidate your regiments. No, I purposely just split them. I'm not going to put them back together. Because we're going to have to split them. We're going to have to split them off again when another force comes. I don't... Because if we leave, then we're going to have to... It interrupts the siege. I want this siege to be finished so we can take this fort. I think the Republicans is shifting a lot more among young people. October 7th in Gaza has changed a lot of young people's views on Israel. Yeah, this is true. Consolidate your regiments, not split your armies. Look for the consolidate button so you have full strength. This will merge regiments. Oh, so this army has... Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Oh, very good. Alright, and so we're going to move these guys back over here. An E5 question. Sweden, as part of Finland, in the Riga market, is there an incentive to try and wrestle that into the Stockholm market? And do I do that with developing the areas under Riga control? I think there is always an incentive to try to get your land consolidated into your market. Unless the Riga market has, like, some access to goods and stuff that you don't. And the way, but basically the way you do that is to get, what was it? I was just doing this the other day. Gotta go in a bit early. You're doing a good job turning this around. Thank you. Yeah, I'll see you tonight. We're gonna be continuing this tonight, so hopefully I'll see you then, Connie. It's with, oh my god, I'm blanking on my words right now. Yeah, the market attraction based in the place that you're in. So if we look at my land here, where do I see this again? Yeah, the highest market attraction. You need to get your market attraction higher in this area, and then your location will go into your market. I guess it depends on how strong the other market is and if you want, access in it, because you can trade out of that market. So for instance, like up here, if the Edinburgh market was very strong, we could develop marketplaces here, get some trade advantage, and then we could trade out of it. Like right now, we don't have any trade capacity in the Edinburgh market, but I could build some in order to do that if I wanted to. That's number 3 reason why you were losing. Number 1 was bad landing. Number 2 was imbalanced flanks. Yeah, I have to really remember. One of the things I'm very aware of in this game is that one thing I always forget to do is rebalance my flanks. I have to start getting into the habit of doing that. I am not very good at that at the moment. Oh yeah, look at this. We got these guys here. I want you guys to join up over here. Also, when your army marches, you lose morale. Keep that in mind. Yeah. Yeah, the little bar right here. All right, how we doing here? We're moving along. Yeah, epic music time. The game is like, oh yeah, here we go. If only we could get some artillery. Oh, you know, yeah, I gotta add some research here. Yeah, gotta love those small armies, right? I really like that we all agree on one thing and it's a good thing. No worries, research is saved up to a point. Like, yeah, like Hearts of Iron 4. Yeah, I do appreciate that. Because I have to... One of those things you just gotta keep an eye on every now and then. And I feel like too, because the war system, I'm still very new to it. Especially when at war I start to lose track of things. Like, actually, like, right now, we could be building more in our market here. Let's take a look real quick. The London market. So we were trying to get a handle on fine cloth. Yeah, we still need much more of that. Alright, there we go. Move to Amaleo, not there. Come on, Ham, use your strategic mind. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Might as well start taking that. Or yeah. I see what you're saying here. We got these guys over here. Let's wait until the other one comes over. Merge those guys. Ooh, alright. We're now at 0% for the siege phase. That's good. Let's keep them here for now. Okay. So we now have these guys, right? I'm tempted to actually move these guys over here and merge them with these guys. This is a pretty weak force. Check how many soldiers France has left and the casualties. $32,000. They have 120,000 left. Yikes. Good call, that's what I would do, yeah. Yeah, they still have a lot. Oh, come on. My computer's stalling. Alright. Oh, the occupation is successful. Let's move you guys down here now. They have 120 troops left and have taken 32 losses. The good thing, they only have 15 royal troops, the rest are vassals. Yeah, if the vassals are disloyal, maybe they won't help. Check for that when you have time. Yeah. Hey, Nemesis. Hello, hello. When is Vic 3? Well, yeah, we do that on Tuesdays. So next Tuesday, we'll be doing more Victoria 3. But hey, good to see you. Welcome in, my friend. Yeah. Yeah, the way the schedule's going to go now is Victoria 3 Tuesdays, EU 5 Thursdays, and then kind of variety day on Fridays. And so we're starting Anno 117 tomorrow, and we'll be doing that for a couple Fridays. I don't want to go after that army right there. Wait, cancel what? Wait, who are we transporting? Yeah, let's just stay. Oh, yeah. Because I gotta take control of the area. You have a regular job as well. I do, yeah. I'm a college professor. I teach theater. But I get my classes kind of all bunched up on a couple days. So I have some days off during the week. So I basically do like a marathon of teaching on a couple days of the week and then have a couple days off. Which is why I don't stream at night on the days that I teach, because my brain is absolutely fried on those days. Ports. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you mean why we couldn't move. Yeah. Really interesting. Yeah. It's an interesting kind of dynamic there. Alright, we're gonna have to move up and intercept these guys. Are we gonna catch them? Yeah, we are. Good. They just outmaneuvered you. No, we caught him. We caught him. Who died here? We bring news. Dame Jean de Bar has died at age 47. Yeah, okay, great. Three lines against two lines. Yeah. What we got? Oh! That's what we got here. We got these guys coming up here. Damn it. Well, I'm glad I added those extra troops in there now. All right. Slowly but surely, we're gaining our footing back in this war. Ooh, actually... There we go. Look, I remembered to rebalance. Alright, we won. Let's take these guys just kind of chilling over there. Wait, hold on. Oh, we took it. We took it. Okay. So let's refill the garrison. Yeah, I know. The music is awesome. I absolutely love the music. I also love the opening music. Like, what epic starting menu music. Now, actually, I'll be honest here. I don't know exactly how. The unit will automatically refill any friendly garrisons in forts it passes through. Yeah, how long does that take, though? I would like... Ugh. A theologian at heart, Simon Sudbury has spent most of his years in the service of the Church, first as Bishop of London and later as Archbishop of Canterbury. He has been appointed Lord Chancellor to the great dismay of the Yeomanry, who see him as a principal author of their woes, as he has recently introduced the poll tax to finance the ongoing military campaigns against France. He's calm. He can't lead armies, cannot lead navies. We gain 10 religious influence. No, let's take him. Yeah, their composer and producer's great at layering. Yeah, it's so true, so agreed. Don't, oh, is this... No. Yeah, I don't know. And I wanna... Uh-oh. The people of London despair as their families and neighbors succumb to the relentless outbreak of measles currently spreading throughout the area. Neighborhoods once bustling with activity now echo with worry and uncertainty. Unfortunately, there is little we can do to stop the spread of the disease into our territory. So what I want to do here is I want to take this next one. I do want to finish this occupation, though. I think I'll send all the forces over to this one. Yeah, we'll wait the 9 days, and then we'll just have everybody go there. I don't want to send this force over there, though, because they'll get intercepted. And I don't want to lose them. Any eco tips? I get that I need to build around my capital because of control, but how much do I invest in the outer territory? Do I bother at all? I get control, proximity up. I would build RGOs in the outer territories, because those really do help, and they higher up regardless of profitability. So I would build RGOs for things that you need. I would also look for places that are natural harbors. So like we went out to build here in Portsmouth because they have a 100% natural harbor suitability. And so I turned this into a town in order to build that up. Did we ever get the wharf here? Yeah, we did. But yeah, basically RGOs in outer territories and buildings in the inner territory to bring up the amount of money that you have and everything. And then make sure you're gradually increasing your trade capacity. Oh, which we have more now. We're doing manual trading in this run here. And then you can import construction goods to get the goods that you need for construction a little bit cheaper. So that's kind of the basic starting, I guess, suggestions I would have. Speaking of which, we can use more logging. Music in Vicky 3 is awesome as well. Really enjoy listening to it. I agree too. I love the music in Vicky 3. I love the new soundtrack they added too. I thought that was a really cool addition. I remember when they first announced like, oh, there's going to be new music way back when. I was like, oh, that's cool, whatever. But I really enjoy it. Ah. Damn it. I'm gonna cut these guys down. Damn it, damn it. What do we have in terms of... I'm swimming in money with villages and labor buildings and locations right next to the capital, with burger buildings as the main emphasis in the capital. Very nice, yeah. Alright, so those guys are gonna go back up here. What's happening down in Aquitaine? Oof, yeah. And when you see the clashing swords, they are locking you in combat. Yeah. I know. I got caught there. Burgers are a rarity after bubonic plague. Still haven't recovered in Stockholm. Oh no. That's interesting. Oh. Hold on. Okay. What do we got going here? If you haven't noticed, I am making a commitment to the 100 Years' War here. I'm really sinking a lot into this. Check subject loyalty now that we are chilling. Always. There we go. Yeah, we're pretty good. Let's check a look at France's. Ours are good. Yeah, and their relations with their subjects are pretty good. Pretty good. Damn it, damn it. Alright. We're gonna have to go take care of that. We can't lose this holding here. Not yours, theirs. Yeah. Yeah. Not good. So we're going to have these guys chill out here until we get more of these levies. Wait, is that it? I thought we were going to get like 1,000. Are any of them still raising? Let's take a look down here. Wait, who's... I thought we already won it. Oh, here we go. These guys are coming up. Yeah, so you stay there. And we won. You guys go over here. Join up. Oh, here we go. Lady Margaret has come of age. Just use that there for now. Where are these guys going? You go after these guys. We need to take this fort. Let's make quick work of this. Alright, and now let's go down to this fort. The 33rd and the 24th. And then which one is this? The 35th. You go here. Here we go. What I don't like in Paradox games are the absence of one decisive battle that judges the outcome of the war. That's how most wars were fought. Yeah, like if there was some type of mechanic for like a war that kind of drastically changes the war score, maybe. Maybe it could be something like that. Let's see, what armies are here? 33rd and the 35th. You guys meet up. The 3rd and the 33rd, you guys meet up. That's how wars were until the Napoleonic Wars, I would say, until the World Wars to be specific. Yeah. Yeah, and you always, like, hear about all of those, like, famous wars from history and everything, because that's basically what they did. Yeah, it is interesting they don't have a mechanic like that. I wonder if it's just because there's not a way to implement it yet. Maybe that's a future DLC. Who knows? A dispute has broken out between several extremely wealthy and therefore influential merchants over English trade policy. One group favors taking a mercantilish approach, calling for our kingdom to ensure that the wealth generated by trade within England goes mainly to English traders and producers. The other faction dismisses this protectionist approach as old-fashioned and is in favor of free trade, which they claim would liberate them to seek profits around the world. Naturally, both sides consider the other to be highly unreasonable at best and dangerous in their misguided beliefs at worst. So some coin for stability. Some prestige for some legitimacy. Nah, I don't want that. I think we'll take this. We can afford the coin. We do need to start getting our prestige up. But unfortunately, we're on this right now. All right, banking. We got banking incoming. I'm very ambitious. I imagine a grand strategy game that would switch to tactical Total War style in one big decisive battle that would judge the outcome of wars. Yeah, I guess the question would be, how would you decide what that was? Because, like, and at what point does it not matter anymore? Because what if you were in a war and you're heavily winning and then you just lost this one battle and they're like, oh, decisive battle. I guess there would have to be some other mechanics that play into... yeah, damn it. They got us. You know what? Let's let them do their thing. Grind these guys down. Yeah, the French slipped by me. They did. The AI by default would amass all troops to meet you. Yeah. You know what, though? If it buys me time to get this fort... I just had, like, another stack here. I don't actually... I've never really seen a decent mercenary company to ever get. Like... Yeah, we lost. Like, is it worth saving up to try to get this? Yeah, like, these guys kind of suck. Like, I don't get what I'm really paying for here. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Like, what am I hiring here, though? Like, these are horrible armies. So I don't really get the benefit of the mechanic, is what I'm saying. We're gonna have to stop the siege. Go to hire mercenary leaders, find a cheap leader with lots of troops, and customize it. care of those guys. Ooh, if I could intercept this large army here, I would love it. Professional armies is spreading. Excellent. Oh my god. They are seriously outmaneuvering me. It's like a wild goose chase here to catch these guys. Yeah. Faster than me for sure. Here we go. Now we're finally gonna meet. Well, that was decisive. Reading about actively recruit. Wait, hold on one second here. Oh, whoop, no, not you guys, not you guys. You go here. Oh my god, no. Just stay where you are. Go to hire mercenary leaders, find a cheap leader, but with lots of troops, and customize it. Oh, okay. These numbers are crazy. Meanwhile, I play Frisia and have levies of like 700. Yeah. Get 3 times more, but oh well. Yeah. I started with like 40k and squandered it, to be honest. Alright, let's see here. Inspired by the legendary Arthurian Knights of the Round Table, King Edward III Plantagenet expects to form his own legendary brotherhood of knights as his elite retinue. We could, of course, bestow this honor upon the king's noble favorites, but there are many other groups in the English society who would benefit from such patronage. Oh my god. Plus 50% nobles power. Not really. Stronger knights. That's a little bit better. Holy Brotherhood. Ooh, here we go. Patron of the Arts. I think we're gonna do that. Yeah, no, we'll do sponsor the arts. Stay paused and take your time. I think Michael Ambrosi and Raymond... Oh. Raymond Flower are rather cheap and have a huge army. Yeah, let me see this here. Well, it's not letting me click on him. But it's showing me what he has right here. None of these guys have a lot. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, I see here. Yeah, you can customize it, but it's basically, these are the total numbers. This one you can hire only 4 regiments. Keep scrolling. Oh, one moment, everybody, really quick. 10 seconds. Alright, apologies. Somebody doing work in my apartment right now, and they needed something. You see 04 at the bottom. You have to open them all. It's painful, but if you can get a good, solid 5k mercenary stack of elite troops, you can maybe win this war. You'll have to take some debt, of course, but you can afford it as England. Yeah, we can always take a loan out. Stop paying for Diplo, legitimacy, and stability. Maybe mint a bit more. No, I would take a loan out. We can definitely afford the interest payment on a loan. Really? So you gotta go one by one with all these guys? This is crazy. Wait, I don't think... No. These are the numbers right here. You don't have to click on all of them. Like these, you have a total of 52, 30, 41, 45. Yeah. My guy. 15, 5, 9, 12, 15. These are choices that you can pick. The limit is the bottom one. What are you talking about? This would be... Yeah, these are the limit that you can have for each one. And 14 limit, you can customize it. 5 footmen, 4 archers, 1 cavalry. I don't see what you're saying here with, like, there's no 5k stacks here. Yeah, this game has so many fiddly bits. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yeah, my guy. Where are you? Are you looking at this? This is the contract length. Captain Pierre. This guy? Okay. So what's the maximum number of soldiers here? This guy has a limit of 6 units. Where do you see that? Raise the slider to 3 footmen, 2 horsemen, 1 archer. 3 footmen, 2 horsemen, 1 archer. On the very bottom. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but these are all so low. I don't quite see where you're talking about finding a 5K stack. I mean, I get you're saying if we find something like that, but it doesn't seem like we're anywhere in the realm of anything like that. You found him. 3 picks behind. Where? 11? 23? 18? 17? Like, what's the name that you're looking for here? That you're trying to show me? There's nobody here worth hiring. Go back at Pierre. Okay. How far back was Pierre? And keep going from there. There was a guy with 20, 23, and 19. Okay, so here's Pierre. So this one has a maximum of 1. This guy has 8. This guy has 23. This guy is 18. Does the 20 mean how many battalions? So if each one is 100 units, it would be 2,000 units. No, he's saying this is the maximum number you can have. So like if we have 10, like then we can't select any other. The total you can get is 18. These guys are perfect. This guy? 18, 23 times 200. I guess that's what I'm not getting, what you're saying here. This guy. 23. We're getting 18 units. Oh, each of the 18 offers 200 troops. Oh, I see what you're saying. The guy above him has 23. I thought we were getting 23 soldiers. Ah, okay. Alfred Kant. No, that's the guy with 18. Oh, I see. Okay, okay, okay. This makes much more sense. So this is like we would get one regiment of footmen, 100 soldiers. Oh, that makes a lot more sense now. Okay. Well, this is all kind of useless because we got to wait a little bit anyway. Or I guess, no, I could take out a loan for this. We could do that. I would double check the unit size though because each one is different. For example, horse units are 50, foot soldiers 100. Oh, yeah, that's right. They also have huge admin skill. That could be your siege attack. Yeah, yeah, I said just take a loan. I'm gonna take a loan. So if we took 5 footmen, the archers are 100. So that's 1,000 right there. There we go. So what? We need... So this would give us 700... 1,300... 1,500... It's about 1,500 troops. I'm not sure if you are aware of the meta, but horses on the flanks can do work as they have big flanking bonuses. Yeah, that's why I want 2 units of horsemen on each flank. All I would be worried about is that 1,000 stacks of levies will beat anything in. Yeah. This age 1v1, this is true, yeah. And higher admin skill will be 3 ducats cheaper. Don't forget to raise the contract length. Yeah, watching how slowly you play this game makes me feel like I'm missing critical parts of my playthrough, but I have no clue what I'm missing. Yeah, I understand how you feel. I'm always worried I'm missing something. No, I would try to keep this unit doing sieges and keep my 20 stack here to try to what is it called? Meet up with any soldiers that are coming along the way. So we could have our 7 footmen in the middle, 2 horsemen on the flanks, on each flank, 3 archers on each flank, and then our camp followers. And so the cost... Get 2 mercs as siege stacks, and the 20k can protect them. Yeah. Hmm. $13.83. Well, let me see, though. It's going to be a lot of loans. Yeah, we'll be kind of at our limit. Yeah. The yearly interest about 10%. Gonna have to bring in that 2020 inflation to pay for all this. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I'm only gonna get one. We're gonna need to get our loans quite a bit up here. Keep an eye on what we're doing here. Keep an eye on the interest payments. I certainly am going to bankrupt England in order to win this 100 Years of War. I could play that much. We're going to have to start exporting quite a ton of stuff. What do we got? Yeah, 1,112. Let me go back and... I forget how much it was going to cost. Where was that guy? Kant, right? We wanted Kant. Here he was. French tears are priceless. This is true. If you stop paying for Diplo spending, you don't need it, and lower stability and legitimacy, and mint a bit more, you'll be great. Yeah, I don't know if I want to lower all that stuff, though. Got on my right to the French throne. Oh, he will also write philosophy for you. Yeah, exactly. So what did I have set up here? I had 4 of these. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Oh, here we go. So now we got enough. Yeah, 120 months. No, I do want the, I want the archers and the horsemen, because these guys are going to get intercepted. As much as I want to try to intercept them with this stack, they're still going to get intercepted, so... I don't want to put all of my eggs in one basket here. Alright, select a target location. How about right here? Okay. No, you don't want to remove the camp followers, because they very well might get cut off. Don't sleep on camp followers in war, especially when you're going to go deep into enemy territory. We still have a positive budget. You can add your existing camp followers. I need the camp followers for this army. These guys took that. Well, too late. Good luck. That did sound very naughty. I'm glad I helped. You did help. Thank you. Yeah, logistics is vital during offensive wars. Yeah. Enjoy the achievement, too. Which achievement do we get from this one? What's the win con for the 100 Years of War? Wait, what do you mean? Oh! Yeah, these guys are about to get it. Or the combined arms. I do not know. Where would I find that? let's send these guys back and just keep them parked. I think what I'm going to do is, when these guys raise, I'm going to have them join over here. And then I'll send these guys out. To go intercept. Oh, combine. Oh, have levies, army. Oh, that was the achievement you were talking about. Nice. Always good to have an achievement. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring these guys out over here. And then we're going to start cleaning up house here. Yeah, I don't quite want to do that. Here we go. That's what I wanted to see. Now, can we raise... Yeah, we can raise some levies. I would do 2 siege attacks, 4k men, and a 16k doomstack waiting to intercept. Let's see what we got here. All right. Now, let's keep these guys here. And kind of protect them here. Ooh, okay. So now, now we will lower some of this stuff, the diplomatic spending. Lower a little bit of stability. Cost to the court. And let's take a look at how our trade is doing. Yeah, this trade is basically useless now. Ah, here we go. That's the trade we're looking for. No, diplomatic spending is not completely useless. It's not essential right now, but it's not completely useless. Yeah, you guys go over here. Oh, and I noticed it was Schleswig Ruffians. I love it. Do stability 0, legitimacy 0. Where's Jack to back me up when I need him? Yeah, just like that last time when you were like, lower Navy maintenance all the way down while I'm trying to raise maritime presence, and then find out, oh wait, this raises maritime presence. Yeah, I'm not going to lower it all the way down. Bank of Bardi took our loans. Oh. I did not notice these guys over here. That's not what I meant. I think those stats have value for sure, yeah. Do 0, basically breaking even, not losing, gaining any. Yeah, I still want to gain though, because we do get stuff from stability. I don't want to go to absolute zero, especially when we don't really have to. At the end of the month, we're gonna have a trade take effect, and we'll see what that does for us there. You can gain them in 5 years in peacetime. Yeah, but I also don't really need to do it yet. We'll wait at the end of the month and see how much trade income we're getting. Let's see. So we'll lower this. Actually, we'll lower this quite a bit. There we go. Oh, maybe not quite that much. A new outbreak. The people of London despair as their families and neighbors succumb to the relentless outbreak of smallpox currently spreading throughout the area. Neighbors, once bustling with activity, now echo with worry and uncertainty. Unfortunately, there is little we can do to stop the spread of disease into our territory. We have quite a bit of lead, actually. Let's actually take a look and see what the suggested export is. Uh-oh. My headphones are dying. Oh man, I'm well over my time for today. I feel like time was flying with this stream. Hold on, let me get my headphones on here. There we go. So we can trade salt to the Edinburgh market. So we might split this trade up a little bit. So it says I would make more here. But this does help my other locations, so we'll do this one. All right. I'll teach you military if you teach me trade. Deal. Oh man, unfortunately, I'm like 45 minutes past when I should have, when I was supposed to be done. I just auto everything. Yeah, I think eventually it's worth having auto trade and maybe having like half of your market automated and using the other half. Because for instance, we're importing lumber here to help make the cost of our construction goods lower. The auto trade will never do this. It'll try to get lumber to an even price and stop there, but it's worth it to try to oversupply lumber so that the price is cheaper, so that you're not paying as much for your buildings. But the auto queue is kind of nice too in terms of finding all changing trades to keep them profitable. I'm kind of fully automating right now to just get a better handle on it. But I think it all... I mean, auto trade, not everything. Oh, yeah. Yeah, auto trade everything. Yeah, and we are auto trading out of these other markets. Although we don't have any trade capacity in them anyway, so I guess it's kind of useless. But yeah, unfortunately, this is going to be as far as I can go for this morning stream. Though we did do a little bit more than we normally do. But I am going to be back on tonight for some more of this run. So that starts around 8:30. So it's actually in just about 6 hours from now. So we'll be doing more of that. But we did some good work here. A good first episode, a good start. We've cut the deficit of our war score in half, so we're starting to make some progress here. I don't know why you refuse to create 2 siege armies of 4K troops and instead run to and fro like a headless chicken. 2 siege armies of 4K troops. Because if I take 4K... Well, to get an army of 4K troops, I would need to take about 3K out of here. We're now at 14K. We're starting to get close to the, like we would be just level with this army. If this big stack here lost, we're kind of done. In fact, we're going to move these guys back over here. I want to keep the numbers advantage over these guys that are going to come in. Imagine your mercs plus 2.5k more sieging, another 4k sieging, and your big stack in the middle reinforcing if they attack. Yeah, that is risky, though. I don't know if that would work out. But we'll find out. We'll find out tonight when I continue this run. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody, and watching. But that'll be it for this right now. So hopefully I'll see everybody back on tonight. Maximilian, always great to have you on, as always. Hope to see you tonight, my friend. Everybody else, if you're still on, Peter, Jason, everybody, thank you for hanging out. J-Makers, if you're still there. And hopefully I'll see everybody tonight. Yeah, there you are, Peter. Yep, good night. And, of course, as always, be awesome, my friends. I'll see you next time. Oh, you'll be sleeping, but good luck to your endeavors. Yeah, I don't blame you. It'll be quite late for you, but I'll see you next time. See you tonight, everybody.